All right, let's talk about making money with AI. The hype is absolutely everywhere, right? But what's the real story? How can you actually get started and build something valuable, like right now?
I mean, the big question on probably everyone's mind is this one. How do you truly generate income with AI, especially if you have zero technical experience? Is it really possible to get in on this whole thing without knowing how to code?
Well, the AI consultant whose work we're digging into today, Yasin Stiri, he cuts right through all that noise with this one crucial point. He says the miracle method doesn't exist. The only way is by creating value. And honestly, that's going to be our guiding principle for this whole explainer. It's not about finding some magic trip, it's about providing real, tangible value.
So with that in mind, let's break down what this AI value principle actually looks like in practice. We're going to walk through 5 concrete methods, and I want you to picture them like a ladder, starting with the most accessible rung and climbing all the way to the most advanced. So this is our ladder. We're going to start on that very first rung with content creation. Then we'll move up to AI consulting, then education, then building custom solutions, and finally, right at the top, SaaS and AI agents. Think of it as our roadmap from beginner to full-blown entrepreneur.
Let's start right at the bottom, building your AI brand with the first 2 rungs on that ladder. These are your absolute foundational steps for establishing credibility and, getting that first stream of income flowing.
First up, method number 1, AI content creation. Okay, the best way to think about this is that you're becoming a translator. AI is evolving at this crazy speed, and let's be honest, most people are completely lost. Your job is to take all these complex ideas and make them simple and digestible for everyone else. It's pretty much the most accessible starting point there is.
And this really lays out the trade-off perfectly. On the pro side, startup costs are practically zero, and you get to build a really powerful personal brand. But the cons are definitely real. The initial income is pretty modest, and it takes at least 6 to 12 months of consistent effort before you really start seeing significant results. Now, this leads so naturally to method 2, AI consulting. See, once you've built up that credibility as a content creator, businesses will actually start asking for your help. You're no longer just talking about AI. You're actively guiding companies through this massive technological shift. And this is where you can see the immediate financial jump. As an experienced AI consultant, you can start charging upwards of 300 euros an hour. The source himself, he started at just under 100 and pretty quickly scaled to that level as his expertise grew. So yeah, consulting offers great hourly rates and invaluable real-world experience. But you're still trading your time directly for money. It can get exhausting, and your income eventually hits a ceiling because, well, there are only so many hours in a day. Okay, so we've built our brand, we've gotten some great experience, now it's time to scale. This next section is all about building products and moving away from that one-to-one time for money exchange. This brings us right to method number 3, education. We're talking about creating scalable assets, things like online courses or workshops. But listen, the key here, and I mean the key, is to be super niche specific. Don't just teach AI. Teach AI for real estate agents or AI for accountants. You want to combine your unique expertise with the power of AI.
The business model here is just incredibly scalable. I mean, you create it once and you can sell it thousands of times with really high profit margins. But there's a catch. You must have true domain expertise. People can spot an inexperienced fake a mile away, and it requires a big upfront investment of your time to create that high-quality content. All right, let's keep climbing higher to method number 4, building custom AI solutions. This is where you're creating these bespoke automation systems for businesses. And the best part? You don't need to be a traditional developer. Thanks to all these powerful no-code platforms, this is way more accessible than ever before.
And just look at the jump in value here. A single entry-level project for a custom AI solution can start somewhere between 2,000 and 5,000 euros. You're not just advising anymore, you're building systems that directly save companies time and make them money.
So the revenue potential per project is huge, and the demand from businesses is absolutely off the charts. But, and this is a big but, the learning curve is much steeper. You have to be prepared for mistakes, for late nights, and for a really high level of responsibility to deliver a tangible return on investment for your clients.
And now we've reached the top of the ladder. This is the AI entrepreneur endgame. This is about building a true, scalable enterprise.
Method 5 is all about creating software as a service, or SaaS, and AI agents. This means you're building subscription-based AI software that businesses pay for over and over again. This is where you move from building one-off solutions to building a platform, or maybe even an army of digital employees.
And hey, don't underestimate this shift towards AI agents. The CEO of Microsoft, Satya Nadella, said it himself. He said, applications as we know them will completely disappear in favor of AI agents. This isn't just an evolution, you guys. It's a revolution in how software is going to work.
So the ultimate prize here is recurring, scalable revenue and the highest possible business valuation. But let's be real, the path is filled with challenges. It's really costly to develop, there's a high risk of your tech becoming obsolete, and it can take a very long time before you see any kind of profit.
Okay, so that's the ladder. We've seen all 5 methods. Now for what might be the most important part, how do you actually start? Let's look at your 3-phase launch plan.
First things first, you have to choose your path. And as you can see, it's really a spectrum. On one end, you have content creation, which is super accessible but has lower initial earning potential. On the other end, you have SaaS, which is super high effort but has the highest potential reward. Our source suggests that for the best balance, starting with custom solutions is a really powerful sweet spot.
So here is your actionable plan. Phase 1 is learn. Spend 1 to 3 months just immersing yourself in AI models and no-code tools. Phase 2 is apply. Build projects for yourself and maybe a couple for free just to create a portfolio. Then, phase 3 is monetize. With that portfolio, you define a clear offer, you set your price, and you start finding clients. It's a simple but really powerful progression.
So there you have it. You've got the 5 rungs of the AI ladder and a 3-phase plan to get started. The entire roadmap is laid out right in front of you. The only question left is, what's your first step?